Mechanism of hormone action.
Like the nerves or like the neurons, hormones also have a mechanism for action. Like in the neurons, the axon terminal has got synaptic knob, and the synaptic knob will produce within it vesicles containing neurotransmitters. Neurotransmitters will be released in the synaptic cleft area that will be received by the dendrites of the next neurons. And there are special cells here called the receptors to receive the neurotransmitters. Likewise, in case of hormones also, a similar action takes place. Now, coming to hormones, if hormones it is, hormones are produced by endocrine glands, like for example, pituitary gland or adrenal glands. So, these glands they produce the hormones, and there should be receptors present on the target cells. Target cells will have special cells called receptors that will receive the hormones. Receptors are specific. That means one type of receptor will receive only that particular type of hormone. So they form, once the hormones attach to the receptors, they form a hormone receptor complex. After forming a hormone receptor complex, they will form the metabolic reactions. That means all the chemical reactions that take place within our body that can produce a biochemical change in body, or they can also produce a physiological response in our body. Now, talking about the receptors, there are two types of receptors depending upon the type of hormone. Now, if the hormone is peptide hormones, glucagon, pituitary hormones, hypothalamic hormones, they are all peptide hormones. That means they are made up of proteins or protein derivatives. Then, for example, follicle stimulating hormone here, follicle stimulating hormone is a peptide hormone. Now, when the follicle stimulating hormone they reach the target cell, this is the target cell membrane. When they reach, the hormone reaches the target cell's membrane. There will be a receptor present on the membrane. This kind of receptor is called as membrane bound receptor. So the hormones are received by the receptors that are bound on the membrane, and they are not allowed to enter into the cell. Instead, secondary messengers are produced. Examples of secondary messengers are cyclic AMP or calcium, and these secondary messengers will produce the responses, biochemical responses and physiological responses. So if the hormones are proteinaceous or they are peptide hormones like insulin, glucagon, pituitary hormones, hypothalamic hormones, like follicle stimulating hormone is a pituitary hormone. If that's the case, then they will be received by the receptor bound to the plasma membrane. They are not allowed within the to enter into the cell, but they can produce second messengers like cyclic AMP or calcium ions. Now, coming to the next type of hormone, they are steroid hormones. That is, steroid hormones are made up of lipid, testosterone, estradiol. These hormones have got receptors within the cell, like here, within the cell, like nucleus, inside the nucleus. So the receptor is found within the cell. Since they are found within the cell, these kind of receptors are called intracellular receptors. Intracellular receptors. So steroid hormones are like, for example, hormone estrogen, testosterone, cortisol. They are allowed to pass through the plasma membrane and enter into the cell and get attached to the receptor which is found inside the cell, and they form a hormone receptor complex. Once they form hormone receptor complex, they will be allowed to show their physiological responses, biochemical changes also. Now in this picture they have given that the genome has produced the proteins. DNA got converted to mRNA and has produced the proteins, and that will cause a physiological response. So the receptors of steroid hormones are located within the cell, whereas the receptors of proteinaceous or peptide hormones are found bound with the plasma itself. They are contained by the receptors which attach to the hormones and cause biochemical as well as physiological